Morning students, welcome to the Science 1 class. In this video, we are going to learn about alloys and corrosion. First, let's learn about alloys. What is an alloy? It's a mixture of two or more metals and some non-metallic elements. That is, when we add one metal with another metal with some non-metallic elements and converting it to a homogeneous mixture is said to be an alloy. The reason for combining one metal with another metal with some non-metallic element is to change either their properties or appearance. Let's understand the concept with an example of solution. For example, let's take a solution. Salt dissolved in water. So the solution will contain both salt and water. In the same way, imagine that the red dots are the major metals and we are going to add another metal or non-metallic elements into it. And it is represented by blue dots. This is said to be an alloy. Let's learn the reasons for alloying. First reason is to change the appearance and color. Next, to change their chemical activity. For example, let's take iron. Iron will easily undergo rusting. When some other metal is added to iron, corrosive property can be reduced. So the chemical property can be changed. Next, melting point of some metals will be higher. In case if we need that metal with lower melting point, then it can be alloyed. Next, to increase the hardness and tensile strength, that is capable of being stretched. For example, gold. It's a soft metal and to increase its hardness, copper is added to it to form an alloy. And also to increase the electrical resistance of the metal, alloying is done. So, these are the various reasons for alloying. Now, let's learn about another term, amalgam. Amalgam is also an alloy. When a metal is combined with mercury, it is said to be an amalgam. This alloy is formed by metallic bonding. Metal ions will be positively charged and electrons are negatively charged. Between positive and negative charges, electrostatic force of attraction will be there. Due to this force of attraction, alloy will be formed. For example, silver tin amalgam is used for dental filling. Next, let's learn about methods of producing alloy. Commonly, two methods are used. One method is two different metals are melted and fused together. For example, brass. Copper and zinc are melted and fused together to form brass. Next method is compressing finely divided metals. In this method, metals will be finely powdered. When powdered metals are compressed, they will stick to each other. An example for this is wood metal. This alloy is a combination of lead, tin, bismuth and cadmium. So alloys are produced by these two methods. Next, we shall learn about types of alloys. Basically, alloys can be classified into two types: ferrous alloys and non-ferrous alloys. In ferrous alloys, the metal iron will be the major component. Example of ferrous alloys are stainless steel, nickel steel, etc. In non-ferrous alloys, iron will not be the major component. Here, the major component may be aluminium, copper or some other metal. Let's move on to the next topic, corrosion. In the extractive metallurgy of iron, we have already learnt about rusting. When a metal is attacked chemically or electrochemically, that is, chemical reaction takes place by using electricity, the metal will get converted to its corresponding oxide or sulfide or hydroxide and lose its metallic character. This destruction process is called as corrosion. Let's see how corrosion occurs. It's an electrochemical process. For electrolysis, we need cathode, anode and an electrolytic solution. We know that cathode will be positively charged. Here, undamaged metal surface will be taken as cathode and the cathode will donate the electrons. The surface affected by the air or water will be the anodic site. Water droplet will act as an electrolytic solution. When the air or oxygen present in the environment comes in contact with the metal surface, it gets converted to hydroxide. And this brown colored hydroxide layer is called as rust. If rusting occurs in a metal, the metal will lose its metallic property and the metal will get converted into metallic oxide. Rust contains iron and iron containing materials. Next, types of corrosion. Corrosion can be classified into two types: dry corrosion and wet corrosion. First, let's learn about dry corrosion. This type of corrosion will occur even in the absence of moisture. And this can also be called as chemical corrosion, because when a corrosive liquid or gas falls on the metal surface, this type of corrosion occurs, and it occurs at high temperature. Example for corrosive liquids or gases are oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, etc. And among these, the most powerful corrosive agent is oxygen. That's all about the dry corrosion. Next, we shall learn about the wet corrosion or Electrochemical corrosion. Wet corrosion will occur in the presence of moisture, and it is an electrochemical reaction. Corrosion will occur both in dry and wet conditions. So, let's learn how to prevent corrosion. We have various methods for preventing corrosion, and the most common method is alloying. We have already learnt about alloying. To change the property of a particular metal, it is mixed with another metal, and it is said to be alloying. A well-known example for this is stainless steel. Steel is a form of iron. So iron will exhibit rusting property. To reduce the corrosion to the stainless steel, 10 to 12% of chromium will be added. By adding chromium to stainless steel, corrosion is prevented. So alloying is one type of preventive method. Another method to prevent corrosion is surface coating. Only on the surface of the metal, hydrated ferric oxide layer will be formed, that is rust. So, if we coat the surface of the metal, then the metal can be prevented from corrosion. There are different types of surface coating. First, let's learn about galvanization. In this method, iron sheets are coated with zinc metal. An example for this is GI pipes, that is galvanized iron pipes. These are iron pipes but coated with zinc to prevent corrosion. Next, electroplating method. Here, one metal is coated with another metal using electric current, and this is said to be electroplating. Next, anodizing method. This is also an electrochemical process. The metal surface will be durable and corrosion resistant by anodizing. The metal to be treated will act as the anode, so that the thickness of the surface layer increase and corrosion will be prevented. Next method is cathodic protection. In this method, easily corrodable metal will be coated above another metal surface. That is the metal to be treated. The corrodable metal will act as anode and gets converted into sacrificial anode, whereas the treated metal will act as cathode and is being prevented from corrosion. These are the different types of corrosion preventing methods. Okay students, that's all for today's class. In this video, we have learnt about methods of making alloys, types of alloys, types of corrosion, methods of preventing corrosion. Thank you students. Have a good day.